Okay, we're all loaded up. Luckily my buddy's got a nice big trailer, and I work tomorrow, but Wednesday hopefully is the day that we get her separated. I don't know if I've showed the temporary frame that I built. It's kind of janky, but this is it. Some casters from Harbor Freight, some very expensive wood. Thank you, COVID and whatever. Yeah, so hopefully it's not too bad. I'm excited. Well, I didn't end up recording anything because it was kind of crazy. But this is a frame without a body, baby. Pretty crazy. Even the guys at the shop, they're buddies of mine, they just were like, "You're nuts, dude." I mean, they're mechanics and they wouldn't even think of doing something like this. So it's in pretty good shape. Pretty much stripped down, which is insane. Can't believe I did this. And I'll show you the body here. The body, the little frame I built, the wheels just snapped right off when we tried to move it. So luckily the frame itself stayed intact. So let's play How Do You Think Parker Got This in His Garage? So tow truck. That's what I did. I cheated. It was actually quite easy. Just yanked it up onto the flatbed off the ground of their shop and slid it right into the garage. It worked great. So yeah, definitely gonna do some more secure wheel options because those did not work very well. The wheels actually are fine, it's just 2 screws into the board, no bueno. So going to the plan is jack up front and back and put some jack stands under it, get it off that frame, and then just build a more reinforced wheels, because I definitely need to be able to move this around. Would like to move it out back for a minute while I'm working on the frame. I think I'll do frame first and then get to the body. So anyway, good times. Pretty exciting. All right, well, got myself a heated pressure washer. Rented it from a local rental place for 70 bucks for 2 hours, and it's incredible. I mean, I've only been 15-20 minutes at this. I wanted to kind of show the difference. That is what it used to look like, just build up, and that's what it turns it into, just bare metal. You can see it's kind of peels off some of the coating here, but I mean, not really. Look at that. Oh. So for example, you can see here, that's where I stopped. It just peels that stuff off like butter. You can see, like, so I'm gonna try to get kind of more of the nooks and crannies. I obviously want to be careful. This thing's got like 3,000 psi. I don't want to cut any wires or brake lines, but I also want to clean the crap out of this thing. It's mostly the front. There's really not a whole lot of like grease and buildup back here. A little bit of dirt and dust, but mostly all up here. I had lots of leaks. So, I mean, you can see a lot of buildup in there just over the years. Oil and dirt galore. But yeah, pretty awesome. Very happy with this thing. I wish I had my own, but they're freaking expensive as crap. So anyway, that is it. Highly recommend a heated pressure washer. All right, quick little update. I'm done, pretty much. It worked amazing. Took off most of the grime and such. So next steps, I think I'm going to take a grinder with a wire brush wheel and just hit any brown spots that I can. No major rust. I mean, there's mostly just some surface rust. I did notice this section here, kind of a lot of this stuff just blew off and it was a little rusty, but I mean, not terrible. It's overall in really good shape. This whole area was coated with grime, which is funny because it kind of preserved the metal. So, but yeah, you can see like there's some spots I didn't quite get, no big deal. But overall, turned out really good. I also ended up blasting the transfer case and transmission as well. It did a good job there. I tried to be delicate with, you know, we've got wires and hoses and such, so I don't think I had any issues with it cutting through any of the wires or doing any significant damage, but we will find out. But yeah, the transmission cleaned up nice. I tipped it over, got underneath. This has some pretty significant leaks. Well, there was a rear main seal leak that got everything nasty, and then one of the seals on the transmission, or the transfer case, is bad. So both sides of the transmission were just grimy and nasty. So yeah, pretty excited. Turned out really nice. So next steps, gonna grind down all the rust and then probably do like a wash with, you know, soap and water and just kind of get the remaining grease and stuff, and then coat it. Pretty excited. Now, just thinking out loud here, the frame obviously I can do. What's going to be tricky is, for example, let me turn on my light here. I don't know if it's going to help much, but down in these nooks and crannies, I really don't know how much I'm going to be able to do. And I'm kind of thinking what I might do is do the frame, focus on that, and then maybe later, maybe when I'm done with the whole thing, I'll take the axles out. This one especially has a lot of rust, so I just don't know how much I'm gonna be able to get like this. I almost think it's worth removing the axle and then doing it that way, kind of a, you know, full on, as opposed to like just what I can get. Especially if you think about, like, you know, getting the wire brush, just some places I'm not going to be able to get really well unless I kind of take it off, take it apart. So obviously right now is the ideal time when there's absolutely nothing else in the way. I don't know, haven't quite yet decided what I want to do. We will see. But I do need to rebuild the rear axle. I probably want to do my front knuckles again. So part of me is thinking I'll save that till the very end, but at the same time that would suck. I mean, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Kind of on the fence about it, but anyway, that is done. Thank heavens. I cleaned up the steering box real nice. Oh, and I guess this area is susceptible to cracks. I think it's right here where the box mounts. I didn't notice anything, but I might reinforce it anyway. There's a guy that sells a kit. I think I mentioned that earlier. That's my roommate. So anyway, still got some work to do, but making progress, which is nice. And that's it. See ya.